what's the word? I appreciate you checking out my video, but before we start, I'm gonna need you to do two things. Hit that like and subscribe.
Yeah, we was on Afrika Bambaataa, you know, and Hassan Campbell.
Yeah. You know, I've always questioned his story because honestly, he just looks like one of those people that people pay to lie. Like the way he behaves, like he just has that will lie for cheesesteaks look to him. You know what I mean? Like he just got that thing. I don't know. And I don't, you know, and I'm not saying that because he loves talking shit about me, you know, and that's cool. You know, I ain't got no problem with it. You know, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know y'all had beef.
He's made his money off my name. He done grifted off my name, did all kinds of things. But when he got his own self in the tuchus, you know, that screams my channel is dying. Please, somebody watch. I mean, he went there and started all of that stuff because I went and I looked at some of the playback and I'm just like, and we're supposed to believe you about Afrika Bambaataa? Like you a crash test dummy. You go running and chasing windmills like you
for clout.
And then you know
for clout,
like it's.
I mean, you would.
He kind of weird.
I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. You just said it. Weird. I'm just saying for a grown man to run to the internet for some clout over your reputation is. Excuse me, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not logical thinking. Oh wait, I'm not talking. But like I was saying, my point on that was like, you know, why would you play with your reputation like that just for clout, man? You know, you're a grown man, and grown men don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't never thinking of. I ain't gonna never think of doing no shit like that. Yeah,
they ain't got no shame.
You know, yeah.
Hey, that's the thing. Like Wolf said, man. Like a real man wouldn't jeopardize his manhood for some temporary fame, but you got to look at the characteristics of this dude. Like, is he really standing on man business in other situations? And that'd be a no, bro. So that kind of is self-explanatory. Like, I was looking at the situation of what he's saying, and even with that, it's like you can't take what he said. Like, people can even lie about that, but you know, just because you wouldn't do that, don't mean the next person wouldn't either.
True.
Like,
true.
You know, people be on some weird.
He on that social media life. He about that social media life. Anybody that starts their show off talking about, I need you to come in here and violate that like button. Like, why do you gotta violate the button?
Oh God damn.
Like,
damn.
Is there nothing safe or sacred around this dude? Why everything gotta be violated? Like,
damn, that's his intro?
Yeah.
What the hell?
All verbiage.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Yeah, man.
I don't trust him at all. He always talking about he want to shoot somebody or fade, and when somebody say he want to fight, then he talking about he on probation or something. He just got a lot of stories.
That part.
And I don't know. You know, I just.
He on the internet on Google trying to figure out the next way to get viral.
Well, I mean, I mean, look, he seemed to have the whole cheat code to it. All you gotta do is get somebody to pop you in your tuchus, and then go film yourself live from the emergency room. He was actually in there. He had somebody, I guess it was a cousin or a brother or something. They was up in there. He said up there, oh man. Yeah, I'm okay.
Huh. Say all for clout, huh?
Let me tell you something right now. If I get popped, the last thing I'm gonna be thinking about is going live about it.
Right.
All right.
Ain't that the truth?
Maybe leaving the hospital, or maybe if your supporters are looking for you and you want to take a picture of your hospital bracelet, or you want to post a picture. This nigga he did a whole live stream. Just, yeah, I'm good. I'm all right, man. Trying to
Wow.
sound like he was, I don't know. I don't trust the bull. I tell you what I do know. Anybody who's stood up for blackness, anybody who's tried to instill black pride, black culture in the United States has always gone under attack.
Mm.
That's what I know for a fact. I know that there's a lot of kids that came from broken homes or homes where there was a struggle and groceries was tight, and they was able to go to school and have breakfast at school in the morning before school started. And all of that happened because of the Black Panther Party. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the Black Panther Party started, you know, the breakfast at school program to make sure that the little shorties who
Yep.
had it tight at home,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it's funny because all the things that they talk about when it comes to the Black Panther Party, they don't ever talk about the fact
Nah.
it's that
About
black
nothing.
organization that thought about making sure that the children could, go to school on a full stomach so that they could focus and not be sitting there fighting with hunger pains waiting on lunch. So,
Right. And out of that came the lunch programs at parks and stuff, right?
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
they don't ever talk about stuff like that. Meanwhile,
Nah.
you got this weird ass alleged pillhead running around with some crazy white bitch going by the name Allie Carter. Her real name is Tori Outlaw, and running around telling everybody that she's a Tupac secret child and lying to people saying that she lived in the same house with him and all of that, and the Black Panthers ain't shit, and the Black Panthers is fuck the Panthers and yada 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 and so and so and so forth. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Nah.
So
Hey,
all because her actual name is Outlaw, even though she goes by another name online and pretends to be this great advocate for saving the children who are being victimized by the entertainment industry. The one artist that you pick on and that you pick to be your dad because he had a group called the Outlaws.
Goofy.
Yeah, that's
mhm.
crazy.
And his ties to the Black Panther Party. And you're shitting all over the Black Panthers and you're disgracing his name, making it seem like he abandoned you. And like, come on, man. Like, it's you got a
How
lot
old
of
is
people
she?
out there.
How old is she?
She in her 30s.
I
She
ain't
in her
never
30s.
heard shit about her.
Trust me, you ain't missing nothing. There's enough content creators to talk about. I almost feel bad enough for bringing it up here. I guess I say all of that to say is they always can find one of those weirdos, amongst us that have no problem with running down shit on one of our legends' names. So, you got that out there. You know what I mean? Like that, they just always got something. They always got something to tear our people down. And there's always one of us that are willing to it just kind of reminds me, like when I think about these traitors, these race traitors, that because that's really what they are. It reminds me of the movie. You remember 300?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Leonidas, God bless his heart. He tried to be a kind man, but he should have just stuck to the Spartan code because that little deformed motherfucker. Excuse my
Hmm.
language. That little deformed one. I was Spartan, and my parents, because they had a rule. If anything came up short or came up, off, they would just take them when they was babies and just chuck them. You
Mm-hmm.
know, just chuck them because just you gonna bring the rest of us down. you know, but they parents they saved the little deformed one, and then he come back, you know, all he just he wasn't gonna be no Spartan warrior. And he came back, yeah, Leonidas, I will fight for you.
Mhm.
And Leonidas is like, look, little homie, let's get that body. I appreciate you. Appreciate your team spirit, but all you gonna do is slow us down. So why don't you just fall back? This nigga gets mad, runs over there to Xerxes, and informs on his people.
The Judas.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we got a lot of them. You know, like, it should have got chucked.
I get you on that part for
But
sure.
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, so it go. Today is a sad day for hip hop, and it's a shame that, you know, he didn't get to go to his grave with that being resolved.
Yeah,
Right.
It is very unfortunate.
No, I'm just saying that's the greatest tragedy that.
I mean, because
that
it's for the legal. I'm talking about from the legal part of it, because you know the charges came up, and you know he was exonerated of the charges and all that. So legally, nothing happened.
You want to know what I find funny? Bambaataa is from my neck of the woods, from the East Coast, over where I grew up. I've been around everybody. I used to hang out with X Clan. I used to hang out with Lin Q. You know, when you know what I mean. I remember when she took the name Lin Q right after she left the X Clan, and she was ISIS. Like,
oh, there it is, ISIS. Yeah.
You know, I remember that whole thing. Don't you honestly think, as much as I be sounding off on the weirdos in the game, that if I had ever heard or seen anything about African Bambaataa doing anything to kids, I would have said something by now.
Okay, there it is. Confirmation right there.
I'm not saying that I'm the end all to be all with it. I'm just saying I never saw it, I never witnessed it, and I never heard about it until I started hearing this shit online.
There it is.
That's crazy.
Now I can take your word. I'm definitely taking your word on that.
I'm gonna tell you something too. I done heard some stories about some people. I don't say who, but I'll just say, you know, I done heard some stories. And yeah, as far as Bam, you're right. The only time we really heard this was from the online stuff. I'm gonna tell you, before there was online, there was niggas.com or the Grapevine, right? And everybody, you know, if I like, okay, so I'll put it out there. I remember I was working back day at a little after I was spot over there in the 60s, right? And Clifton Powell pops in, Pinky, you know. And, you know, he just doing, okay, cool. You know, he doing his thing. You know, Hollywood stuff closed down in the hood. That's where you go to get, you know, and everybody talk. Don't get it twisted. Everybody talk. I've seen Lawrence Fishburne. I've heard about Lawrence Fishburne being in these gay clubs, right? Like, you know, I mean, look, people talk. No. I'm keeping it a buck.
Right. I'm
keeping it a buck. And you hear things. I'll say some stuff that I heard, but I really ain't finna say it because it ain't time, you know. But Jag is right. People who know. And you only started hearing about Bam online. So it seemed like there was like some type of concerted effort to kill his legacy. And it's unfortunate.
No, but also to kill the potency of Zulu Nation.
And Jag, this is what I was about to say. Zulu Nation. Let's go back to X Clan. Did y'all hear do you hear the who's the main brother? You know, this is for the red, you know, sissy, you know, what's his name?
And the green. Brother
right.
Jay?
Brother Jay. There supposedly, and I saw a video. Someone did it on Instagram about what he was saying and how he was saying stuff was like some coded shit.
Yeah.
And the CIA was on him, and because like he ended up. Now, when did he die? He died. Yeah,
early 2000s or something like that.
Right, and right. So what I'm saying is, you got those type of brothers who really meant a lot to the culture and really cared for the culture and really wanted to be impactful, but they will have these agents, as Jag will call these Sputniks, come out of nowhere to damage their credibility. If this didn't come out about Bambaataa, I'm pretty sure a lot more people would be a lot more praise, a lot more. Oh man, he passed on, and people will be. It'll be a lot more. You'll be hearing Planet Rock all over right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Number
since
one,
this,
we should be hearing Planet Rock all
we
over
should.
the place right now.
We should.
But the funny thing about it is they put the stigma on it, so you feel bad about celebrating your heroes.
Right, there we go. That's why I wanted to go with it, because let's keep it a buck. The people that you ain't supposed to say where they're from, you ain't supposed to say their religion, their nationality, like Kanye said.
I call them the Yamaka people. The Yamaka.
Right. They have a vested interest in making sure that the ones that they kind of venerate or point out, their people are the ones who get the shine. But the ones who are that were really for hip hop, we don't remember them. We forget about them. That's the program. That is the program.
Let me tell you something. These motherfuckers are so hateful right now. They're going after Michael Jackson, and he been dead almost 20 years.
Hey man, so you gonna tell me 94.6 of y'all are not subscribed?
What are y'all doing? Hit that subscribe button and put notifications on all.
Now let's get to the video.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Are you a fan of my brand and want to show your support? Well, I got some awesome merch for you to check out today. I got everything from stylish t-shirts featuring my logo to cozy hoodies that are perfect for those chilly nights. And don't forget about the signature hats and mugs. Whether you heading out to a concert, running errands, or just hanging out with friends, my merch is the perfect way to show your love for the brand. And the best part, I got some exclusive deals and discounts going on right now. So what you waiting for? Head over to the store, grab your favorite item before they gone. Yo, you now rocking with classic music. Now what I want you to do is hit that like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Yeah, let's get it.